Hello and welcome to my channel, Emma Mentel, Health and Wellness Practitioner. I thought I would take you on a journey this week with me while I'm on a long fast. And right now, just about 6 p.m. where I live in Durban, South Africa, it's almost or just about 24 hours into my fast. And you'll probably be wondering what I feel, what it feels like, what are the challenges one perhaps will come across, and how to navigate your longer fasts. Perhaps it would be good to mention that I'm going to be doing something that I'm quite used to at this stage, a 5-day fast, but I'm actually hoping to make it longer this time because usually the longer I go, the better I feel, and there's really no good reason for me to have to break my fast on Friday or Saturday unless I'm feeling unwell. So I will keep you posted. But just to let you know how I approach my longer fasts, so anything from 36, 48 hours, 72 hours or longer. I always make sure that I really eat adequate protein and fat for the few days leading up to my fast, and there is another video about that which you can watch and just have a look to see how I prepare. So this weekend for me was being very much aware of my nutrition, my protein intake. I had liver yesterday, a good protein. I also had some additional chicken. I think the day before I had some additional whey powder, and just making sure that I really focus on my hydration, my nutrients, especially protein before my long fast. So this morning upon waking, I had my glass of water. I use this mineral called Bio 77. Elsewhere, it's known as concentrates. Some people also use salt like Himalayan salt or Celtic salt. This is another product that you can look for. You can add Celtic salt or Himalayan salt to your water. I would say every day, but especially when you're fasting. So this morning I had my minerals, and then my first coffee today, I added a bit of MCT oil, a bit of inulin, and then I went and had a cold plunge for 10 minutes in about 10 to 11 degrees Celsius. And when I got back from that, my blood glucose was 5.3, and that's where I feel really comfortable at as my upper blood glucose reading, 5.3, and that was probably at about 9 a.m. this morning. I have continued a normal day. I've been doing emails, I've seen a client, I had an online call, I was working on some other things. And as you can see, I'm not feeling weakened at all. I'm not feeling faint. I have been having lots of water today. I continue to have coffee in my fasts because I've seen that coffee doesn't change my blood sugar too much. My blood glucose doesn't go up over a certain amount, which is 0.9. So I have about 2, maximum 3 coffees a day on my fasts, but some people prefer to only have water. Right now, excuse the noise, I've just checked my blood glucose again, so that is now 24 hours in, and it's on 5.1. So that's still an absolutely good, healthy range of blood sugar. For me, my first real hurdle is now at around 24 hours because I do feel some hunger. I haven't quite gone into ketosis yet, which usually takes care of the hunger. But by tomorrow morning, that'll feel a whole lot better. But for me, the 24-hour mark is usually where I have to have a little bit of a very intentional mind over matter. And that's where I feel it really is important to choose a theme or an intention for each of my fasts. So I also like to work with cards, oracle cards. And so this morning I picked a few cards from this deck. It's the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. And the first card that showed up for me in the context or in relation to this fast as a theme or as guidance, a really beautiful card called the Sun Dancers. And I thought that was a great kick-off to my long fast this week, because the Sun Dancers is all about joyful activity, celebration of life and abundance. So abundance in this sense, when you're not eating, could be abundance of so many other things, joyful activities. So I can focus in the next few days, or at least for the first day of my long fast, on the fact that there's something quite joyful about today. Feels like a celebration of life. So it's not something that feels like a deprivation. So a lot of people consider something like fasting as a restriction. I see it more as I choose to go without, and it really gives me a whole lot of insight into all kinds of other things. Of course, emotions are going to arise. Of course, some of one's unhealed cellular memory might come to the surface. But I try to work very intentionally during my fasting week with leaning into the discomfort, befriending the hunger, not seeing hunger as something that indicates a deprivation. So I'm going to really focus on this sense of abundance and joyful celebration this week. I'm happy with my blood glucose. I'm happy with how I'm feeling. I'm going to have definitely another glass of water with some of my mineral drops. And I will also be having a tea that I make with organic apple cider vinegar. You'll see it's the cloudy type, so it hasn't been filtered. It's still got lots of bits in. And I use about a tablespoon or even 2 tablespoons in a cup of water that I've boiled as a tea, or I use this apple cider vinegar as a drink when it's really hot. Today it's a bit cooler, but you can have it with some mineral water or some soda water or just normal water as a drink. It really helps with hunger. I find it is one of my great fasting support hacks. So 24 hours in, going strong, and I will let you know what things are like in the morning. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share, and please leave your comments if any of this was helpful or if it resonates.